Guys, welcome back. This is Res Rat Radio coming for episode number 3. We're moving in with some progress. This is an explicit channel, so if your feelings get hurt, or if you have feelings, or if you care about what people think of you, please don't listen to this radio, because this is a very explicit show. If you feel like we're talking about you, we're probably not, but if you really, really do feel that way, you probably need Jesus. So this episode, we're going to be talking about, yes, we're ending, but no, I did not bring my bow and arrow. This is kind of misappropriation about how we kind of get pulled into different things. And the people that's going to be on the radio with us is myself, Jay Bird, Lily Lavender is coming back from Bar Ships and Bullshit, and we have Scandalous and the Ruthless Colombian. So, bunch of natives in a room. Let's see what happens, man. We'll talk about what happens next. But well, we were telling stories earlier about like how we get misappropriated for certain things. Like this guy over here likes to cut my hair so often, and you know, I live here and I look like I'm Puerto Rican, but freaking my brother comes in here and he looks like he's from Peaky Blinders all the time. It's some bullshit every time. Like it never fails. Like I don't think we look completely different, but when we leave here, and he's got hair too. So like,
well, I swear his hair is like red or blonde.
He's got red hair for sure.
Yeah,
he's definitely got some Irish traits, and I don't know where the hell I'm getting my shit.
Good lick
We call you the Italian NdN.
I don't know nothing about that life. Nothing about that life. But I mean, you was talking about some stories.
Well, the main one in general, hanging out at R&R up in Dillsboro Rivers and Rails, and just hanging out. You know, I'm a regular there. You've seen me there. And meet this guy. He's not even from this country. And he's like, "Where are you from?" You know, he's never met me. I've never met him. So we're just asking each other questions. I said, "I'm from Cherokee." He's like, "Yeah, but where are you from?" I'm like, and people always do that. They're like, "You live there, but where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Cherokee." He's like, "Oh, so you're Cherokee?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "So you're not like, you don't look like any Cherokee that I've ever met." I was like, "God damn." So I immediately said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I left my buffalo out back. You want to come see it?" my friend was bartending, and she was standing there listening because, you know, she knows, she's from Silva, and she knows the deal with like how it is around here. And she was listening, and she was just kind of giving me that side eye, like, "Don't do it."
Like, yeah,
don't do
like,
it.
don't even say that.
I said that, she just died laughing. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it." Like, why'd you say it then?
Well, yeah, you pretty much just like knew everything about me before I said words, so like don't even play. Well, I mean,
they got a stereotype.
I mean, I listen to this shit. So I started dating ex-wife number 2.
Yeah.
That we've discussed. We've discussed this at length. This is so we just started dating. She was like, "I want you to meet my mom." I was like, "All right, I'll meet your mom." She's like, "Just letting you know she's fucking nuts." I was like, "Man, like I highly doubt it. Like I already know like what you think," and I was wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
shit.
just knowing that girl.
Yeah.
Where she came from.
Oh yeah. So I was fucking wrong. I met her, and she looked at me, and she was on one, dude. She looked at me and she was like, "So hey," she's like, "Old girl tells me that like that you're Native American." I was like, "Yeah, I'm Cherokee. I'm from Cherokee." And she looks at me. She was like, "Only real Native Americans come from Alaska." I was like, I don't know where you're getting your information, or like I don't really know what to say to that right now. Like give me a minute, like to process what you just said to me. And she was like, "No," she was like, I've been to Alaska." She's like, "Those are real natives over there." I was like, "Okay, I mean that's cool. Like you're Irish, like Irish Catholic, Irish. So you don't know shit about being Cherokee."
So what do you call the natives that come from Russia? I mean, those are natives too.
Those are like for real natives.
God, they're even worse than the ones from Alaska.
They do look like. I was like, this is like fucking either Green Inferno or Big Blue.
And they're hot. They are like way hotter than any of them.
What is one that's like the most offensive to you? Like if you had one and people say it and like it's offensive.
I got same fucking woman over there, was braiding my stepdaughter's hair, and she was like, "Why don't you braid her hair?" I was like, "Oh," and you've known me for a while.
Yeah.
I have no hair. I've not had hair for a long time, and she looks at me, and I was like, "I don't know how to fucking braid hair." She was like, "Wait, you're Native and don't know how to braid hair?" I was like, bitch. like, and it just slipped. I was like,
When I was in New York, it was because it was like Puerto Ricans, like blacks, and then like whites, obviously. But the shop I worked in was Puerto Ricans and blacks mostly. So the Puerto Ricans knew that I wasn't Puerto Rican. The black people knew I wasn't black, and the white people kind of like, I got most of those because I like kind of country accent. So they're like, hell yeah, this is our guy. I'm wearing bands and shit. They're like, this is our dude for sure. And the most like insulting thing was like, oh, the white guy, and I was like, motherfuckers.
Nobody
The white guy with the tan.
But then the white guys know you're not white, and everybody else knows you're not part of that either. So it's kind of fucking.
They give you that. They give you that side, like they tilt their head like a little dog, like look at you like, what are you?
Yeah.
Because that happens to me. With I'm half black and half Cherokee.
Yeah.
When I get around black people that I don't know, like outside of my family, they'll do that. They'll be like, and some of them got the balls enough to say, like,
real suspicious.
what are you mixed with? They usually say it like that. And then Native people, when I go like ball tournaments and stuff, same thing. Like, are you just like a dark full blood, or are you like mixed or something? You know, they look at me funny.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been doing this shit a lot here lately, and I can't help myself. But like, I've been hearing random people come, people I've never met. All of a sudden, they're starting to just come in this area. I'll tell you about that later. But like, I'll listen to them talk, and I'm like, oh shit! I was like, you sound like me. And I'll be like, are you from here? And they'll be like, not. Well, like, yes, I was born here, but I came from a different town, like moved off, whatever. But I'll be like, man, like like. You act like me.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, I'm not trying to be a stereotype, but like, you should, like, you don't look like,
I
or you
got
don't
one
act
that's
like.
real fucking crazy. All the way in New York, I'm at a tattoo shop getting tattooed, and the tattoo shop I worked at, or that I would get tattooed at, was like sister shops, kind of with the shop in Asheville. And I was talking to him one day, and I was like, who's like the best, like at this like style of tattoo? Like, would you say this guys? And they were like, oh, this dude from Cherokee, North Carolina, like, he's some fucking native dude. He's fucking like the best right now. And I was like, what? And then they tell me who it is, and I'm like, oh, I fucking know this guy. And then the owner of the shop comes in, and he sees I have some silver. He's like, oh shit, you got this. He's like, can you read? He was like, hold on. Throwing papers, like fucking papers flying over, and comes back with a syllabary sheet. And he's like, can you read this?
Oh my god.
And I was like, nah. He was like, shit. I was like, nobody can fucking read that. I was like, only a couple people can read that. He's like, you're not no Cherokee.
That's so funny because like my cousin, who's white, so like his grandma married my grandpa after like whatever. Yeah. So we were born, and then he married my grandma. Yeah. Like, and that's the white side. So that's where my cousin's from. But we've been beating each other up from diapers. Yeah. Like, we've been mean to each other. So he joins the military, and he calls me up. He got out of basic, and he calls me up. And he was like, hey, man, I got to tell you what happened to me. I was like, what's up? He was like, dude, he's like, there's a bunch of people in here saying that they're Cherokee. And he's like, I only know they're not because I say this one thing that I always say when I'm a Cherokee. And I'll be like, what'd you say? He's like, there's always one response when I say this. He said, I always say Egwahi. And and I was like, he's like, I want you to tell me right now, how would you respond? I'm going to be like, well, to Ali. And he starts laughing. He's like, nobody does that in the military. Oh, yeah. He's like, y'all ain't fucking Cherokee. Yeah, he's like, and that's his first sign. He's like, if you're not going to talk about your penis online, he's like you're not Cherokee.
Where I was at in New York too, there was other natives around, so it was kind of like, it was a little easier because there were some, like there was
from different tribes.
Onondaga was close, Mohawks were close, Iroquois were like all these tribes were right there. So like, even though like I was like far away, I knew I could go to these places and almost like be like safe in a way. Like,
and just fit in.
I knew like if I got fucking hurt, I can go to the hospital up there for free. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I had a toothache, and I was like, "Fuck, I might have to go back to Cherokee or pay $2,000 to get my tooth pulled." And then I called the hospital and was like, "No, you can just bring your enrollment card, come here for free." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Well, when I worked off like at a rig across the states, and my grandpa was calling every hospital around the area, like all the reservations around the area, which the nearest one was like freaking like 2 hours away. Yeah. And that was the first thing he asked. He was like, is there any reservations real close? He's like, if there is, I'm going to call him, whatever. Because he was scared for me to take this job. He's like, all right. He's like, if you need a hospital, this is where you need to go. Show him your enrollment card. And reservations are really, really cool about that. Like if you're enrolled somewhere, they'll pick you up at a native hospital.
I don't know.
IHS.
I
But
don't know, man. You might go some places. You might go out west, and then they just might look at you real crazy.
they're gonna look
Oh,
at me real
they-
crazy.
Out west,
They
well,
do.
too, is like kind of broke, and they like usually have like real native features, so they're like looking at you kind of crazy.
Here comes this guy in our hospital with green eyes. Like,
Yeah, they're
oh,
like-
I'm native. Look, I got a card.
Yeah, one of my old friends, he went out to like Oklahoma or somewhere. He's usually picked up some girls and stuff, but he goes out there and he's come back mad. He's like, these girls are talking shit to me, telling me I wasn't native. And I was like,
No, but they look Hispanic out there.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
Hispanic features.
Well, that's
and
Navajo
they're
country too,
darker.
so they
Yeah,
are.
I've been
Hispanic.
there.
Well, it's more than Navajo because when you get into California, you've got
Yeah.
like 12 tribes right there in Southern California.
So you got like a ton in California.
Yeah, there's a
like,
lot.
There's like hundreds.
Oregon.
Uh-huh.
Oregon's got a lot.
Oregon.
That's what I'm talking
Washington
about
too.
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Mm,
But they're darker.
Yeah.
yeah, not much
Oh, they
sun.
look like real.
Not much sun in the mountain.
That's what she said.
They look like real Indians.
They look how everybody expects us to look.
Yeah, yeah.
I was out in Oregon one time with a buddy of mine. Like I go out there and visit pretty often. And we were riding down the road. I was like, I almost made him pull over because I was like, look. And he was like, what? There was a woman walking down the road. I said, she's native.
Yeah.
He was like, how do you know that? She is, man. If you pull over and I ask her, she'd say yes.
Yep.
I almost made him do it just to prove a point.
You know, it's funny. I got two stories out of that just now. So my mom used to talk about going to res parties when she was younger.
Yeah.
And she would show up at these parties and she'd have buddies and whatever. And she was talking to one of her resi friends, you know. And she was like, ain't nobody res here. And she was like, I can tell you one way to find out that all these chicks are res. She was like, how? She was like, ask for a pocket knife. She's sure enough. She's like, anybody got a pocket knife? She's like 12 angry bitches, like fold up, like fold up blades.
My mom got arrested one time, had like 10 pocket knives. They were like, why do you have? And she was like, I collect knives.
Just carrying them around all
Yeah,
the
like,
time.
why do you have all these fucking knives?
Like fucking 4 in their bra strap, just like
Yeah.
clipped on there.
Well, that's another like negative one too. Is like when you're talking to people from other like reses, like, well, how res are you? And you're like, oh, well, my fucking mom's in jail, my sister's in prison, like, and so like only the negative ways really can, or like the traditional ways, can you prove that you're more like res than another person? Like really. You know, they're like, oh, what did you eat when you were a kid? Because we had commodities only. And I was like, oh, yeah, well, we didn't even have commodities.
We were so broke.
But we just got the box. We just got the box. The groceries came in.
I told you, we were so broke growing up on Thanksgiving. We had to tie a piece of string around turkey and take turns swallowing it. That's how poor we were.
That's a whole nother meaning to deep throat.
That's how poor we were. I'm telling you guys. We had lockjaw growing up. You remember that Juicy Juice they used to do? And it had roaster on the rim. Dude, we couldn't even open our mouths. That's how rares we were. People don't realize. I didn't even have shoes till I was like 13.
I remember
At least.
I remember we freaking my folks were really, really bad. Really, really bad for giving up their per cap. And not giving it up, like they just owed money to everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's a
So
good
like
one, too.
we had loan sharks
Yeah.
all over Cherokee, and like we were best buddies with them because you pay 50%. I don't know if people know this, but don't do it.
That's high.
But damn,
100% sometimes.
yeah. So, like,
God.
so it wasn't new news for me that when like per cap came out, like all their money was gone.
Yeah.
So I remember like June came around one time, and then we went to the commodity place. And like we went there, and like he had my dad had a note, like, and everything from random people saying that he was unemployed, couldn't make money, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You make too much money." And he was like, he's like, "I got letters,
I got it.
like saying I'm broke." he looked, he said, "You just got per cap, didn't you?" He was like,
Jeez.
"No."
Like I tell people, like we weren't like super broke, but like you might come home from school and you ain't got cable. You like we have a phone for like 3 months because we had some per cap and they paid it up in advance, and then you come home trying to make a call and the phone's cut off, and then you don't have a phone for
It was phone or food.
yeah, a couple
Cable
more
or food,
months, dude. Yeah, so that's how you knew we were fucking really getting that EBT when we had some fucking baby cakes and shit.
Baby cakes.
See, we
And
When you
never
had baby
qualified for
cakes
EBT.
and stuff like that, that's when you. But
that's
most
what
of
we
the time-
nicknamed my sister because one time we fucking
Debbie?
we named her Davy Cakes because we were camping one
Big
day.
bro.
Oh,
It was
my
like
God.
it was like 4 boxes of devil cakes, and we left one. Like my sister stayed behind, and all of us out went like all of us went out fucking dicking around and like playing and shooting each other and shit. Came back, and all the fucking devil cakes were gone. All of them. It was like 4 boxes of fucking devies. She had ate every single
Ate
bit
all
of
the
it.
fucking, and they probably put the boxes back.
Yeah, back in the fucking cooler. Like we were just like fishing through it and shaking them like there was something in there.
I would have left one in each.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now, he was saying something earlier. It reminded me. That's why I started laughing. I was at a party like 20 years ago. I was probably 20, 21 years old. These 2 dudes from Cherokee, but like really light skinned. Y'all know one of them. And about come to blows, like nose to nose, about to fight because one was arguing that he was more native than the other one. They were about to pull their cards out
You
and
had
see the
this
percentages.
argument.
Like, I was like, y'all motherfuckers failed math. Like, y'all don't even know how to do percentages. Like,
Yeah. Well, this happened years ago too. We know all these people. They're like around my age. A couple are like a little bit older. Have decent jobs and shit now. But this girl was like, "Hey, you should come to this party." Blah blah. I was like, "Who the fuck is going?" And she tells me like some white people, and then like a group of like resurrects, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm not going." I was like, "Them motherfuckers are gonna get in a fight with each other." Sure enough, I asked her the next day, like, "Hey, how's that party?" She was like, "They fucking tore my house up. They all had to stay at my house. Everybody else left. They all got drunk,
Oh, my
beat the
God.
fuck out of each other,
And then
had to stay."
Yeah.
That's a real
I was
story.
like,
Yeah.
fucking,
No
I
ride.
told you.
Yeah. Well, so the other story before I forget, it was freaking. So my grandpa was enlisted, like he was drafted in the military,
Yeah.
and then fought in Vietnam. And we were talking one day. He doesn't really talk. He never really talked about the military a lot. But this story, we were talking about being, because I'm light skinned for like obviously I'm light skinned for a
oh,
native.
no shit.
I didn't notice.
Whatever.
Seeing colors.
Anyway, so always seeing black and white. Anyway, so but my grandpa is like half Cherokee, half Choctaw, so he's really really dark. And he was so excited he got drafted because when he got drafted, he didn't know anybody. Like he knew nobody when he got on there. And he got off the bus. He said, "I got off the bus in Arizona," and he started looking around. He said, "Hell yeah! I'm so excited. There's natives everywhere."
Yeah.
Come find out they're all Mexican.
He
He was like so disappointed.
I feel like when we were kids too, like if somebody came up to you and spoke Spanish to you, it's like insulting. And now it's like, fucking really, they're more like us than anybody else could
Yeah.
even be.
It's
Yeah.
true.
You know what I mean? So like, it used to be like, like when people would come up to me as a teenager and speak Spanish, like I'm gonna fight
Yeah.
because like it's that like
I'm not
insulting.
even Mexican.
Yeah, I'm not fucking Mexican. What?
Yeah.
And then you start fighting with some random stranger.
But when I was in New York, I didn't get along with anybody until I went to Hell's Kitchen, which is nothing but Hispanics.
Oh,
Like I went all over Manhattan. I went through Queens, which that was sketchy as hell, and then like and freaking in random parts through New York because my ex is whatever. We won't talk about that right now. But I just started trolling through Hell's Kitchen, and it's all Hispanic owned businesses.
Yeah.
They all own the bagel shops, coffee shops, all that stuff. I had so much fucking fun because like they're willing to come out and play and talk
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
and
they
fucking.
do.
I'd rather live in like Hell's Kitchen than anywhere else in New York if I'm stuck
Mexicans
there.
love me because they think I'm the biggest Mexican they've ever seen. They're like, you're our guy. Like, they're like, hell yeah, he's one of us.
You know, so when my uncle called me, he was like, "Hey, does your guy know how to cut beards? Like,
Oh,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got that, yeah."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You can do whatever you want to." And he was like, "All right." He's like, "You know, I'm really particular about my beard."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Okay." I was like, "Go to this address." I was like, "He'll be out there waiting for you. I'm gonna tell him to look for you
Yeah.
and whatever." He's like, "All right." And then he calls me up and he was like, "Hey man," he's like, "I don't know who I'm looking for." I was like, "It's the dude that looks like a big ass cholo down there."
Not the native guy. Fucking cholo. Like I'm out there wearing fucking Dickies. And
Well, I mean,
Socks all high.
yeah, that's how he gets me out.
Well, I don't think you have the title of the biggest mistaken Mexican ever.
Yeah, maybe.
I went to, it was about the same time, 20 years ago, another
Yeah.
bar with a bunch of people from Cherokee. And, you know, they look like they might be Hispanic.
Yeah.
I'm with them, obviously. I don't. I'm like
Was
the
it
sore thumb.
Oreos?
I had to think about it for a second. Was
Was
it?
that Oreos? And got mistaken.
I tapped my friend. I was like, man, this white boy over here keeps staring at us. Like, especially he's looking right at me. I'm like, what is he looking at? You know, he finally walks up there. He's like, hey, hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo? I'm I was sitting down. I stood up. This dude was probably like 5'9", 5'10". I stood up and was like, really? You think I, of all people in this bar, am Hispanic? He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He came back with like 2 pictures of beer. He was like, here you go, man. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I was
It's
like,
like,
Oh, wow.
forgiven.
yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Well, my mom and my dad like used to own a contracting business back in the day, and they hired this guy from Cherokee, and he was real dark skinned, and had, like if you were to look at him, he looks more Mexican than you do. I'm sorry, but like
He's not talking to me. You guys can see. He's not talking to me.
if that's pertinent to the story, I would have said it like that. But, like, so my mom and him are like in a gas station, and this chick, and mom said that this Latin chick was really, really good looking. Like, and this dude just blew it like out of the water completely. This chick came up there and just started just rattling on in Spanish. And he said his accent was so fucking thick that he just like went off, and he was like, dude, he's like, I'm not Mexican, I'm a full blood from Snowbird. The chick was like, I'm so sorry. He's like, don't you ever make that mistake again. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, maybe just get mad at like call him Mexican or something like.
Yeah.
well, and that was back in the 90s, so I know it.
That was back when you could be like openly racist.
Yeah, that was a popular thing.
And now you can't really be like that too
Yeah.
much.
Well, I would rather be friends with them than anybody anymore. Like,
Yeah. Now you can't be like openly racist. You gotta be fucking keep it a secret and shit.
Oh, yeah.
We played ball over in Hendersonville one year, and we were getting off the bus after the games, and going to McDonald's as we always did. And we're getting off the bus, and like, of course, everybody except me, maybe one or two others that might have been lighter skinned, getting off the bus, and there's a group of black guys walking out of McDonald's. This one dude, he goes, "Damn, y'all, look at all them Mexicans getting off that bus." Most of us kind of laughed, and this one girl, man, she was like trying to go over there and fight him. I just laughed about him because he wasn't talking about me.
You ever think
Honestly,
like Asian people like think some people from here are like Asian? Because some people really do have like almond shaped eyes, and I'm like, shit.
I wonder, and you don't have to say anything to that. Like, I feel like Asians are attracted to me for a weird. Like I'm not like being cocky.
Because they think similarity.
Is it because I'm white?
because they
Is
like
it really
white
because I'm white?
They like big white guys.
They do like
I
that.
was legit.
I think they just typically like bigger guys in general.
And they like white
I
guys.
could be told so.
I don't know about white guys because I know a lot of Asians that married black guys.
That's something else, though. And that's wrong. That's fetishizing the race. And I don't agree.
Well, I mean, being like 6'4" or taller, you know, and you walk around over there. I've heard people talk about like you walk around over there and they're like, "Oh, you play basketball?"
Yeah,
Like,
racist.
automatically, like you're a basketball player.
I mean, for me, and I'm not saying anything in particular. It's just like I know of two. Both, you know, you've met both of them, at least. Well, I've told you about one. You've met the other one, right? They're both of them Filipino. One was half Filipino, half white, and the other one was like really, really, really Filipino.
So they're like dark skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They don't
are.
count.
They're way
We
darker
mean they don't
than
count.
I am.
Like that's the whole
When they're
like.
dark
No,
skin,
they're way darker than I am.
I'm talking about like from China.
Okay.
I'm talking about from like Laos.
Wait a second.
okay.
'Cause-
So my son is 6'5".
Yeah.
He's Chinese, Filipino, and white.
But is he dark skinned though?
Yeah.
He's darker than I am.
See, that's what I'm saying. But some like you know.
He could pass for one of
No,
us.
you haven't.
That's what I'm
been.
saying. Because
Yeah.
like some Filipinos can even like you're like, are they like native or are they?
Yeah.
They try to
Her-
figure it
her
out all the
son-
time.
You
Look,
like look
someone's-
at them and you're like, what are they? I'm talking about like from China.
Yeah, no,
Like-
you can't tell
Oh,
that.
do it.
Yeah.
But, like, you know,
Well, no.
That's the only thing
So
that give it away.
I got catfished one time. Not like catfish like that, but a girl had hit me up, and I was
How else do you get catfished?
so it wasn't like that, but it wasn't like she looked exactly how I thought she would. But she hit me up, and I'm thinking, oh, it's this dang Asian chick hitting me up, and I thought it was cool. And then come to find out, she's the damn Resurrect. And I'm either, she has like the craziest country accent, and I was like, I thought you were like an Asian, and here you are, just a Resurrect from down the street. And so like
My
that
neighbor.
time, I was like,
he was like, I'm no longer attracted to you.
I didn't say it like that, but it kind of was like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was hoping he was going to get some Oriental, and he kind of got to find out. The chick down the street.
See, now I don't
Yeah,
think that's.
Oriental.
I don't think
Not
that's.
Asian, but Oriental. There's a huge
I know what I'm
difference.
talking about.
Okay.
There's a
Come back
difference.
like that.
Well, I met one of her sons. I thought his dad was like this dude from Cherokee. Because we always told this
So
dude
you
like growing
know,
up like
you
he
guys
looks
know
Asian.
who he's talking about.
Yeah.
My
like-
sunshine.
Yeah, he looks like more like us than.
Yeah,
I
he
do,
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him and I was like, you look like, just like this dude I went to high school with. Like, I showed her a picture and she was
Yeah,
like,
they
This
look
gotta be
alike.
the dad. Yeah.
Yeah, like, we already know. Like, you don't even have to lie to us. Like,
Yeah, they
I don't
definitely
see- I
look
don't see
alike.
any colors anymore.
you don't see him
I don't
colors.
like that. So. You know what I mean? I'm well traveled. I'm a well traveled man. So
Well,
I don't
that's
see
how
it.
I feel. Like, I'm Asian. I don't see in colors
Yeah,
anymore.
see, she gets it. You guys gotta get off the race.
Yeah, seriously.
You guys gotta get out there and live in the streets.
I've traveled and I've been in the streets. I didn't live
Oh,
there.
I know.
I mean, try to live there. Try to live I've lived
We've heard.
there.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you gotta get out there and live. And every day people just tell you you're a white guy. Every day people tell you you're not black. You don't fit in with us. My homie was the one black guy in the shop, and I would just be kind of like.
But I
racist
got
towards
all
him a
that
little bit.
right here at home.
I'll be like racist towards him a little bit, but like, dude, I'm not racist, dude. I like you. he's like, what the hell? I was like, I'm Asian. And he was like, yes, you, of all people, should understand. I'd be like, why do y'all act like this? And he's like, what does that mean? I was like, people from Alabama. And he's like, come on, bro, you know you didn't mean no damn Alabama.
No,
He's
I
like-
think it's crazy though because I come from California. I had a shit ton of tribes all around me,
Yeah.
but everybody always thought I was Hispanic. I come out here and people tell me
That's
that
awesome.
I'm the most native
Yeah.
female they've seen, and I was
See,
like,
I was
dude,
gonna ask
I'm
you
not
that.
even
If
native.
she was native.
I bet she gets that she's native more than like we
No,
get.
I mean I
Yeah,
am
they
native,
native us.
but
Yeah.
I'm Canadian Indian.
Yeah.
So it's slightly different. I don't know. They look different up there too, because I've seen them.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous.
I dated a Mohawk girl. She looks kind of good.
those Mohawks in air quotes,
Is it this-
they're not
Yeah.
tall as
Is
shit.
it the same Mohawk that I know? Like she live here now?
Oh no,
currently?
She don't live here at all. Hell no.
Alright, because I know one here.
Oh
No, God.
You know.
Don't be saying y'all talk to the same girl.
no.
Stop it.
No.
That's happened.
I'm like, that's a different episode.
I don't know.
That happened was not this girl.
For the record, I don't know any Mohawks here.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't either.
Yeah, you-
No.
I do.
yeah,
No, I don't.
yeah, you fucking did. I don't know if you've
I
done
need
it.
to know.
Like,
I want to know.
I don't know if you like know. Like I don't know if you know, but like you know who she is.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you after the show.
I don't know.
Say it.
Damn.
Just say it.
No, you know you fucking
I
do.
don't.
You know her too. She's Mohawk.
I know.
So
I know who you're talking
All the
about.
Mohawks out there. Yeah, it's not that I don't know.
God, I hope this
I
doesn't
don't
hit
know
them
any
either.
here. I have
I'm just
nothing-
like, don't listen to this.
I have nothing against Mohawks. I just don't know any here in.
Oh yeah, no, you do. Well, I mean, they
That
know
being
you
said-
do, because I know who it is.
But I don't know though.
Because you work.
But you do.
I
You
know.
worked
I
with
know you
her.
know because you work with her.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I told you.
She don't count.
She just
She
Oh, I
fucking
got,
counts.
I got a good story about her. So yeah, I did know her. But
Is she gonna listen?
I'm gonna send her to the show.
so me and another guy, we're talking shit to each other. We're always like talking shit, calling each other just fucking stupid names. Like it didn't even make sense what we called each other. But he's saying some country artist that I listen to, and I call him some other shit. And he's like, "What's up, Randy Travis?" Like fucking something. And I go, "Man, fuck Randy Travis." And then she walks around the corner. The girl y'all are talking about. And she was like, "Oh, did you guys say something about Randy Travis?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck Randy Travis." And she goes, "Oh, that was my dad's favorite artist. Has his
Yeah.
signature tattoo."
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
and then I just had
really?
to stand on it. I was like, I said it was it.
I'm sorry about your dad, but I still mean it.
Yeah,
I was
it's
just like,
I don't even
fuck,
feel bad.
all I can
I
do is like
mean-
apologize or just, I'm like, I
No,
just
don't
fuck Randy Travis.
apologize. We're all entitled to our opinions. Just don't force it on other people. That's it. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
like, it's not my fault you listen to trash music.
There you go.
Scandalous is like
I'm an
I'm
Alan
See?
Jackson
just gonna
guy.
own this shit.
See that scandalous.
I'm an Alan Jackson.
Oh,
guy.
that fucking, I get it, and I'll tell you why. That shit happened to me last night.
Damn, I fucking.
Wait, what?
The shit happened, not to the extreme as like tattoos.
Like
and
after
shit.
I left?
No, you were there.
Oh, I was.
Freaking me and my cousin were leaving, right? And this dog comes up, and like my cousin's playing with the dog.
That,
or whatever.
yeah. Okay.
So my cousin's playing with the dog or whatever, and it comes up and sniffs my leg. I would have, No, I didn't kick it. I didn't kick it. And here, let me tell the whole story. Like, I would have pet it, but this chick in the background was like, "You better pet that fucking dog."
What?
And I was like, "Fuck you, I ain't petting the dog." And like, then my cousin looks back and he's like, "Yeah, he's that." So I was like, "Fucking right, I am," and then walked out.
Was it one of my chicks?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, I know who it was.
Yeah. Well,
Damn it.
it's always that chick.
Oh,
Always
I
that chick
know.
talking shit.
I know.
Like, no, I'm
I'm
not.
trying to think back. Like, I saw the
Oh, you
picture.
know her.
I would have literally did the exact opposite. Somebody tells me I have to do something, I'm gonna do the exact opposite of what you just told me to do.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah, she's
Like,
telling me to pet the dog, and I was like, "Fuck, I ain't petting that dog."
Yeah.
Fuck off. Like, no. Like, and that's
Oh,
just,
she's gonna listen.
I would have spit on
I
her.
hope she does.
I would have spit on her dog.
Sorry.
So then I should have kicked the dog.
Yeah.
No.
No, we don't believe in animal abuse, but
No, we don't.
Just
yeah,
pick
we're not
it
going
up
to use
and
animals.
smother it.
Damn.
Well, you already know the other one
You're
would.
just like killing it with love. I
The
guess.
other one would. She would have done it. She was there.
Oh, well, I mean, like, she should have done it then. Stop trying to make me do it.
They shut down.
I felt so
I
gaslight when he told me I knew a mohawk here. I was like, I don't fucking know a mohawk here.
But when it triggers, it triggers. You know what I'm talking
Short
about.
stuff.
I'm trying to think back. I saw the pictures from and videos from last night, so I'm like, who was there?
She wasn't in the video.
Oh, okay.
Not my video.
No, not yours, but in the other one, the group photo.
Oh, yeah, we don't do that around here. I don't take videos.
Around here.
Yeah, shut up.
What do you think people think when they see like your syllabary tattoos? Like, what do you think people are put there like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Because I have a
they
big
do.
one on my back too, and I'm like, I wonder what people think when they see that. I wonder what like.
They're always asking what it means and what it says.
But I let
Your leg.
the only
Yeah,
only
like,
thing
what is that?
the only thing that sucks is the
I'm
one on
like-
my hand. They think it's my initials every time.
Oh.
But like the one on my arm, like nobody like unless they're from Cherokee, they don't really ask. And then a lot of them will come up and be like, oh, like, and they'll acknowledge it. They already know what it means, just because mine, like, because mine is so common. But you know, whatever. So, but
What
I don't
is
know
it?
what people think. This one,
What's that?
you know what it is.
What's that?
Blow me.
He was about to explain it to me.
That's what pissed me off.
I do like
This is how
American
you
History
say it.
X. I'm like, it's not welcome.
Say it in Spanish.
Oh damn.
But that people don't believe in like your space though. Like they'll get up on you. Cause like if I'm sitting somewhere and I got my arm out or something, they're like, I had one lady leaning across me, like she was on this side and she was like leaning across my body
Yeah.
to look at this, and I was like, what are you doing? She was
Okay,
like,
you
I
do
was, I was trying to read
realize-
your arm. I was like, well, that's not for you to read.
Yeah. She's like, what is that, Bible verses?
Oh my god. I mean, you do realize
He's like, it's a
that
fault from our
space
stars
is
quotes.
an American thing.
Yeah.
So we're taught about space and arm's length away
Got this-
here.
It's like this is all the people I killed in my life.
Yeah, you trying to get on the list?
I always like to use the, I got one for every time my heart got broke.
Oh.
That one works.
Doesn't work.
That one works. They're like, oh, you're so sad.
I use the if I tell you what it means, I have to kill you,
Yeah, that's a good
or
one.
something bad will happen.
I got one for every baby mama.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I
just
ain't
kidding.
gonna lie, like I know y'all don't like the invasion of personal space, but I kind of like when random chicks come up and just like,
It wasn't a
Even
random
just-
chick. It was some old white lady.
Even random
Oh,
chicks,
yeah,
I
that's
don't
the-
fuck with it. I don't want no
I don't
chicks.
understand personal space.
If I know you, I'm fine. Like I don't give.
That's why I can't go out and drink places. Cause like, if even like, say like a chick was hitting on me and she was looking at me, I'm immediately go, why the fuck is this bitch looking at me? Like I'm gonna get heated already. Like if
I
they
mean,
touch
I
me,
question it,
I'm
but I'll
gonna be
talk
like,
to them.
back up. Like what you doing? That's me personally.
I just
Honestly.
talk to them.
honestly, I'll mean mug the hell out of some women, and if like they'll ask me or they'll talk to me, I'll be like, all right,
I've
this
used
one's
this-
crazy enough.
I've
Yeah,
used this
like,
trick.
yeah, love
The
it.
old me mug all the time. I've used this trick before because at the casino, all these guys are checking out all these girls smiling at them, talking, hey, beautiful, and I just walk past them like they don't exist. And then they're like, why the fuck is this dude not even like looking at me? And then everybody else is saying, what's up? And then after some time goes by,
Pay attention to me.
Yeah,
Everybody else is.
I'm like, nah.
Okay.
Probably not.
Like
You
you
know-
ain't know that.
You know what I got told yesterday? That I'm the only female they know of that has RSF, resting surprised face.
Damn.
I don't
Just
know if I
always
want that.
eyebrows are up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Just always like
Drew him all too high that day.
Just always.
Mine are
shocked.
tattooed. What are you talking about?
You can't even say what we say. You can't be like, oh, it's just my face. You're just like, oh, I can't see you.
I still look
I'm like, that's
surprised.
just how I
How do you do that?
fucking- just fucking always shocked.
Like, oh, damn, I didn't know that was on your face.
Here I thought the whole time these were worry lines.
Surprise lines.
They're
Yes.
surprise.
Yeah. Damn.
Damn it.
I want to live your life when I just wake up and everything shocks me.
Yeah. Just fucking surprised that I woke up.
It's a whole nother day. Surprise.
Surprise. I woke
I feel
up.
like that too when I wake up, but I'm like, fuck.
I woke up.
And my
You
fucking-
still on the
And my
red.
knees hurt.
My fucking back is back. Like, damn, I knew this was coming to roll it out.
I
It was
wouldn't have
fucking
fucking
like,
went so hard. I went so fucking hard, dude. My fucking back hurts. 3 kids.
Yeah.
three,
I wouldn't have fucking-
3 kids, 8 more on the way.
No, I'm done. Retirement jersey.
Retirement.
Hall of Fame.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening in. We've had an awesome episode. Please stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be Smear the Queer and Childhood Games.
Wow.
No, fuck.
That's a lot.
Oh,
It
and
was-
we sent you the
Oh, you
list.
said, but
It was voted in.
What's
Yeah.
No, there's another game. There's another game.
No, there's a lot of other games.
It's
like,
not Smear the Queer. It's like throw them up, bust them up. That's what they call it in the hood. They
That
call
being said, we'll have to discuss this next week before we get to another
Oh,
episode.
we could always do a poll and you guys can vote on what
But
you want for the next episode.
That's
Smear
why
the
this.
Queer sounds a little derogatory.
But,
To
we just
who?
threw rocks at each other.
Yeah,
well, I did that shit too.
I took my fucking kids to the fucking playground out by Birdtown Gym and fucking hit them with rocks for like 30 minutes. It was so funny.
That being said, this episode was voted on. Trying to like initiate with the audience. Please keep up. We'll hear from you guys next week, next Wednesday. Stay tuned.